do they call that? ASMR? Is that what that is? I have a window open somewhere. I think I got it. Cha, 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 cha. Buy the dip. Buy the dip. All you got to do is buy the dip. There we go. All right, so we have the chat going. If you're interested, go over to the chat, hang out there, ask your questions. That'd be great. Yeah, my barber told me to buy the dip. As you can see, I use a barber quite often. Pretty soon, we're going to be getting tips from the Shoe Shine Boy. The cab driver. And anybody else who is definitely in the know of this market. Now, a lot of people would tell you that when you start getting advice from these people who have no business giving you advice, that signifies a top to the market. Well, I am going to use the principles involved in sort of quantum mechanics and say that just by the fact that they are spouting that eternal wisdom is the reason why that won't happen. It's kind of like when you look at the market, the mere fact of you looking at it changes its outcome. That's right. If you didn't look at it, it wouldn't have gone up or down. Yeah, that's freaky stuff. But so is the market. The market is damn freaky. It just goes up and up and up, and it's never going to go down. Geez, what are the headwinds that we have right now? How about the fact that 20 million people are unemployed? 20 million people that weren't unemployed just 3 short months ago. How about the fact that we have a pandemic going and everyone's scared as shit to go outside, go to work? They don't want to see anybody. We're all becoming social pariahs. Or how about the fact that every major, at least every major Democrat-held city has been experiencing riots, race riots? We're told that race now is the issue. Yet the market keeps on going up. It dipped, and it dipped hard. But then it went up. Buy the dip. Buy the dip. That's my analysis. Buy the dip. So anything else that I tell you, where I tell you there's resistance here and support here, and it should run here and stabilize here, value here, no value there, demand here, supply there. Screw it all. Buy the dip. All you got to do is buy the dip. Don't listen to me. I'm just some guy on the internet. Don't listen to those other some guys or gals on the internet either, because they don't know what they're talking about. Nobody knows what they're talking about. The Fed, do they know? No, they don't. That's why they just pump money in and just keep it going. They've turned on the spigot. Now they've just cranked it up a little higher. Cranked it up a little higher so that this strategy, the strategy I'm about to tell you, the strategy that beats all strategies, a very secretive strategy that you should pay special attention to the nuances and intricacies. It requires a great deal of concentration and in-depth understanding and emoting. So listen very carefully. I'm about to reveal this strategy to you. Listen very carefully.
Buy the dip.
Did you hear it? Did you hear it? Did you hear it? Want me to repeat it for you? Okay, I'll do it really slow. I'll do it in steps this time. Step 1. Buy the dip. Step 2. Buy the dip. Step 3.
Buy the dip.
Did you get that? Get that? You are now a master of the market. You now have all the crown jewels, the wisdom of ages, because you know the secret. You know the secret to making millions, billions in this market. All you've got to do is
buy the dip. Buy the dip.
Did I get it through to you? Do you understand? Do you understand? I'm so glad that the sound is on. This would have really sucked if the sound wasn't on. I've done that before. Talked for like 20 minutes and no sound. I hope I'm, not being obtuse, a little bit amorphous, vague, because I don't want there to be any misunderstanding, because there are absolutely nuances in everything that I'm saying. I mean, some people could interpret it one way, and other people could interpret it another way, kind of like when people see the same thing, but see completely different things. Kind of like what the race riots are about. I don't want to be misinterpreted in any way. So I'll repeat it again. Buy the dip. You got it?
Buy the dip.
So Mr. Garza says, bought the dip again just minutes ago. Hey, what happened to the daily macro signal videos? Good question. Very good question. Herding Don into these videos sometimes is a challenge. I'm sure that we'll get into them again. Jalal is saying he's buying the dip again and again. Are you buying the dip or buy the dip? Buying. Buy. Are you saying buy the dip or buy the dip? I guess that depends on where you put the emphasis, right? Is it buy the dip or buy the dip or buy the dip? Which is it? I say it's any one of those, and they are all the same thing. Buy the dip. There's another way to say it. So there are 4 ways to say it. Buy the dip. Buy the dip. Buy the dip. Or buy the dip. Hopefully you get, those are the nuances I was talking about, that you have to read between the lines. You have to know when to execute your order according to this intense strategy. It's something like this. You go in to your trading platform, and then there's a buy button there, right next to the sell button. They're right there. You move your finger over to the left where it says buy, and then you press it. You press it. Just keep on pressing it. Press it. Press. Buy. Why do you say that? Any analysis to support that, says Shri. Shri, look at the chart. Look at the damn chart. Just look at the chart. The chart goes down, scares the hell out of everybody, and the chart goes up. It does it again and again and again and again and again and again. It is so obvious. You buy the dip. Robert Jalal is saying, this is satire, Shri. No. I want to be very clear. This is not satire. This is not sarcasm. This is not me playing with your mind. I am not mind fucking you. I am telling you what the strategy is. Straight up. Buy the dip. I'm saying it with a very, very intense and serious face now. Buy the friggin' dip. Sorry, that was a little more nuance. I added the word friggin' in there. I don't want you to be confused that I hesitated in saying the entire strategy. I'll say it again. Buy the dip. You get it now? It's not satire. There's no way you could lose, ever. Except for when it dips. But then you just buy again. Buy the dip. All right. Now that we've got that done, I hope you understand my position. I hope you understand where the market is right now. I want you to know. I'm going to show you something right now that I knew this well in advance. We'll take a look at the following chart. But first, make sure you like this video, leave a comment, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Thank you very much. So here is the thingy, the analysis I did a little while ago. Let's see. Zoom in on there. Oh yeah. My arrows are a little off here, but you can see. It dipped, it goes up. 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 See, I give the downside only 10%. I give the dip and the upside 25 and 65%. See, there's my buy the dip strategy. Printed long ago. Well, not long ago. That was printed June 11th. But if we were to go back to any of my others, I think you'll find some commonality there, some consistency. Here's another one. This one was done on June 4th. Oh, yes. Buy the dip. Buy the dip. Buy the dip. Let's see. Let's go back to Well, it was over here on May 30th where I first proposed this. Was it ABE or ABCDF? And I said, I give ABE the higher odds. Buy the dip. Buy the dip. Why do you say that, Anna? I hope, again, this is not satire. See, the thing is, when you notice something happening, and it happens over and over and over and over and over again, in the face of all odds, in the face of uncertain, or I should say certain calamity, certain destruction, yet the market continues to go up. Where you have the worst economic condition, not in a year, not in 2 years, not in 10 years, not in 3 decades, not in a century, but ever. And the market still goes up? And you're asking what you should do? Is that seriously what you're asking? What you should do when you have those conditions and the market still goes up and then the market dips? What do you do? Come on. Repeat it. Say it. Go ahead. Say it. Say it. I feel like Walter White on Breaking Bad when he was saying, go ahead, you can do it. Say my name. Say my name. That's right. Buy the dip. All right. You got it. I want to thank you very much. We'll see you next time.